This is Cape Town, South Africa, the site of the Ronin 5-week close protection course, as approved by the South African Qualifications Authority and recognized for professional registration in South Africa, United Kingdom and the Middle East. South Africa's first world infrastructure, international airports, accommodation, tactical shooting ranges, skid pans and raceways, coupled with its third world crime rate and the highest trauma levels per capita in the world, make South Africa the ideal location for reality-based close protection training.
I think to sum up Ronin SA is really to say it's a place of cultivating excellence in an individual, specifically in the professions of close protection and paramedicine. But the main thing I think we do is we go into the soul of each individual that visits our shores and we awaken that excellence which yearns within him to blossom. And what we've found is that is the missing ingredient in most people within the profession. They're just box standard, and we're just tired of the profession being viewed as goons in suits. We are and have always been the ultimate bastion of democracy. We're always in the shadows of history, and if it's not for us, then history would be shaped vastly different.
The course content draws on years of operational experience within government and commercial close protection services. Proactive skills taught include advanced reconnaissance of venues, pedestrian escort, as well as protective driving. Reactive skills taught include remote medicine, close quarter battle, anti-ambush driving, and the tactical use of firearms. Ronin aims to turn out well-rounded and valuable members of commercial and government close protection teams. The bullets are real, the patients are real, the training is intense, the pace furious, and the preparation complete.
Stepping into an industry that I didn't know much about, I wanted to get the best possible training that I possibly could get. That's why I chose Ronin SA.
It came highly recommended. It's more of a hands-on sort of approach course, very practical. Because it's got a big, wide reputation, I thought this is actually the course for me.
One of the main reasons I chose the Ronin course was to achieve a high standard in medical care for people. It just gives me that confidence that if things do go wrong, I can save people's lives.
I'm hoping to achieve a lot of life skills and to maintain and to develop them at a high professional level in the close protection industry.
By doing this course, I hope to achieve recognition from companies for the qualifications I'm going to attain. Also, I'm aware when you graduate, there's a strong brotherhood of the Ronin operatives that work globally. Therefore, everyone stays in contact with each other, giving job offers to each other. And I think that's quite unique, and I don't think many companies offer that.
Contrary to mainstream cinema's penchant for high-impact collisions, exploding fuel tanks and plunging cars, the aim of close protection is to extricate a client from danger safely and as promptly as possible. To this end, heavy emphasis is placed upon the cultivation of professional driving skills. Training is comprised of both skid pan and raceway phases.
You watch both hands on.
Firstly, vehicle control skills are mastered on the skid pan. These include forward and reverse 180 turns, brake and avoid, emergency braking, and skid control. Thereafter, high-speed skills are developed on the raceway, which includes cornering, specialized braking techniques, and vehicle control. The trainee is then required to perform anti-ambush driving on a standard dry road surface under ambush conditions, so that they are forced to think fast and take appropriate action under fire. Attacks on clients occur most frequently in and around vehicles, and thus close protection officers need to be empowered to safely negotiate the nexus between vehicle and venue with their client. The key to the efficacy of Ronin's pedestrian escort system rests in its simplicity. Unlike more complex systems, our system allows the close protection officer to concentrate on their surroundings rather than a marching procession. This is only one example in which the tactical experience underlying Ronin's training reveals itself.
I think you can get a vast range of jobs through the qualifications you attain from the course. The medical aspect opens up doorways to the medical industry. There's the bodyguarding industry and the close protection industry in places like Iraq, Afghan, and also the maritime security business. So therefore I think you're highly, highly employable with these qualifications.
The standard that Ronin expects you to reach, they don't just give you the certificate because you've paid the money. They want to be confident in your ability to save people's lives, and you won't get that certificate if they don't think that.
The odds are that it will be your medical and not your tactical skills which will ultimately save your client's life. In close protection training, remote medicine must therefore be a given and not an optional extra. An ability to treat a client in a remote setting suffering from cardiac disease, diabetic coma, asthma, epilepsy, or a road traffic accident is crucial. Ronin encourages graduates to return and do the entire 6-week remote medical course, but in the interim empowers them with a remote medic short course where skills taught include airway management, oxygen administration, nebulization, intravenous therapy and intramuscular injection on remote medical advice. While this training by no means qualifies the close protection officer to be a paramedic, it does prepare them to execute meaningful medical interventions on medical instructions in a remote location. The culmination of the trainees' remote medical training is being required by legislation to perform these skills on patients under supervision of licensed paramedics on their practical ambulance rotation. This free-to-the-public advanced life support ambulance is sponsored by each graduate, both financially and by their labours directly on the ambulance, and it is their privilege to assist South Africa's poorest with first-world paramedical care. The Ambulance Outreach Project falls under the clinical and ethical governance of the Division of Emergency Medicine of the University of Cape Town and Stellenbosch University.
You get to see things from a totally different aspect of living in this country to England. Over here, stabbing in the back of the neck or in the face or anything is an everyday thing. And being part of this course, you actually get to be in the ambulance that actually gives treatment to the guys, which is just amazing.
You just got to prepare yourself to take whatever comes your way, and from that you will develop skills and you will go forward further than what you ever thought you would do.
Ronin's generic close-quarter battle program draws on techniques from diverse disciplines as well as biokinetics and pure common sense. Hand-to-hand combat requires both mental and physical agility, hence both practical and the underlying theoretical aspects are taught. The intention is to develop each close protection officer's innate combat abilities and to override their natural instinct for self-preservation in a unique and constructive way. Close protection officers need to neutralize threats and defend their clients. It's never personal, just professional.
The system is basically founded on the truisms of biokinetics. It's not from any particular martial arts style, but a blend of a lot of martial arts styles, including Western boxing, wrestling, karate, taekwondo, Shaolin kung fu, and various grappling systems such as judo and aikido. So it's a fusion of that which works. It's outcomes based and based on common sense. We're not highly stylized. We simply take a weapon and we place it on an objective. It's that simple.
The goal of advanced reconnaissance is to render a given environment sterile, being free of listening or improvised explosive devices, as well as any other safety threats. Advanced reconnaissance is time-consuming and requires enormous reserves of mental stamina and focus. For this reason, it is often overlooked in close protection operations. A further focus of advanced reconnaissance is to see to the preferences and comfort of a client prior to their arrival, as well as the availability of support services such as police and medical facilities, should they be required. The strength of Ronin's system is simplicity and a structured approach. Essential to Ronin's close protection training is the realism of its firearms program. It includes both dry fire and real live fire training. The live fire training takes place in a real killing house. In addition, participants are required to engage each other in urban battle settings with simunition and, in doing so, grasp the realities of close-quarter combat more honestly than ever before. Aside from the Special Forces, nobody but Ronin has this capacity within South Africa. All requisite weapons, ammunition and equipment are supplied by Ronin and are included in the standard course fee. Alongside superior tactical firearm skills is an acute awareness of safety, which is instilled within each close protection officer.
What sets this course apart is three little words: excellence, reality and truth. Essentially, if you approach reality truthfully, you're capable of delivering excellence. And that's what we awaken in each graduate. Essentially the understanding that life is tough, but if you have the skills, the aptitude and the focus, you can deal with life one-on-one. The all-seeing eye represents your awakening from the slumber of mediocrity, that darkness which most of the world resides in. You have joined a unique family, and we stick together.
It's definitely more than come to my expectations, way more than my expectations. I definitely think it's going to hold me in good stead. And I think the main thing about this course isn't the paperwork. It has nothing to do with paperwork and tickets. It's about growing in yourself and realising a lot of things about yourself and what you can actually achieve and can achieve with a team. The whole course, it's been emotional.
Very enjoyable, but very intense. Not really a course for the faint-hearted, but if you want to achieve something, you want to get good skills, you want to learn something, and learn it in the way that really I don't think any other can teach, then it's the way to learn.
So it was a very challenging course, but very rewarding at the same time. Some amazing lessons learned and a fantastic introduction to the CP world.
Apart from the Close Protection Course certificate issued by Ronin, which is recognized and respected by private military and security companies across the globe, graduates also receive competency certificates on pistols and assault rifles, valid for licensing within South Africa. Ronin's Close Protection course is also underwritten by City and Guilds and, as such, allows graduates to apply to the United Kingdom Security Industry Authority for registration as a Close Protection officer. This registration is sought after in the Middle East and other conflict theatres across the globe. In addition, graduates also receive a Ship Captain's Medic Certificate from the South African Maritime Safety Authority, which is valid globally within the maritime security industry. To source information on our various training courses, visit our website at www.ronin.co.za and select course information, and we will then send you enrollment instructions, a curriculum and a block program. Due to the fact that we are a defence contractor, you will be required to fill in a strict online application in order to be allocated a place on our next course. Your Ronin certificate is your passport to a global brotherhood of protectors. Ronin graduates receive post-course support via our web-driven worldwide network of graduates. Graduates advise us of job opportunities from across the globe, which we in turn share free of charge to graduates via our online graduate network. With Ronin, training is intense and demanding, but when faced with a crisis, the skills learned may well make the difference between life and death. Ronin, your partner for life.